Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Duo English Talk. I'm Mark.
And I'm Lisa. We are so happy to see you again.
Today we have a very special topic. Since Christmas is just around the corner.
It's the best time of the year, Mark.
Well, for some people. Today we are talking about Christmas music. Do you love it? Or do you absolutely hate it?
Who could hate Christmas music? It's magical.
Well, let's find out. Let's jump into the conversation. Lisa? Lisa? Are you serious? It is November 15th. We haven't even had Thanksgiving yet.
So what? The stores are already decorating. I saw a giant Christmas tree at the mall yesterday. It was beautiful. It puts me in the holiday spirit.
That is exactly the problem. It's called Christmas creep. That means stores start the holiday season earlier and earlier every year. Soon, we will be listening to Jingle Bells in July.
Oh, stop exaggerating. But seriously, Mark, what is wrong with starting early? The year is stressful. People work hard. We need something joyful to look forward to. When I hear that music, I feel warm inside.
For me, it's the opposite. When I hear Christmas music in November, I feel panic. I think, oh no, I haven't bought gifts yet. I have no money. The year is ending and I haven't achieved my goals.
Wow, you really are a Grinch. You overthink everything. Just enjoy the melody.
Okay, let's talk about the music itself. If shops played different songs, maybe I would be okay. But it is always the same 5 songs.
That's not true. There are thousands of Christmas songs.
Really? Let's do a test. Name 3 Christmas songs you hear in every supermarket. Go.
Easy. 1. All I Want for Christmas Is You by Mariah Carey. 2. Last Christmas by Wham. And 3. Jingle Bell Rock.
See? Exactly. And imagine you work in that supermarket. Imagine hearing Mariah Carey 10 times a day for a whole month. That is psychological torture, Lisa.
Okay, I admit, that might be annoying for the staff. But for shoppers like us, it's nostalgic. Last Christmas is a classic. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart. Come on, sing with me.
No, I refuse. You know what I call that song? An earworm. It crawls into your brain and stays there. I prefer instrumental jazz, or maybe some classic Sinatra, something classy, not this sugary pop music.
You are such a music snob, Mark. Pop music is fun. It brings energy.
Let me tell you a secret, Lisa. Do you know why stores play this music? It's not to make you happy.
Here we go. Another conspiracy theory. Why then?
It's a marketing strategy. Studies show that when they play slow, nostalgic Christmas music, shoppers walk slower. And when you walk slower, you look at more products. And you spend more money.
Really? Actually, now that you mention it, yesterday I went to buy toothpaste, but they were playing Silent Night and I felt so relaxed. I ended up buying a scented candle and a pair of fuzzy socks.
Aha! I knew it! You fell into the trap. They manipulated you with music.
Well, at least I have warm socks now. I don't regret it. Maybe I like being manipulated, if it feels cozy.
I give up. You are hopeless. All right, listeners, that was a very intense debate. Now, let's take a breath and look at the vocabulary we used. There are some very advanced words in this episode.
Yes! I learned a few things from you too, Mark. The first phrase I want to highlight is holiday spirit.
Holiday spirit. This refers to the feeling of joy, generosity, and excitement that people feel around Christmas. Example, putting up decorations puts me in the holiday spirit.
Next, Mark used a funny term, Christmas creep. Can you explain that again?
Sure. To creep means to move slowly and quietly. Christmas creep is a slang term. It describes the phenomenon where merchants and retailers introduce Christmas merchandise and advertisements earlier and earlier each year, sometimes even before Halloween.
That is a great phrase. Okay, my favorite word today is nostalgic. Nostalgic.
Good word. Nostalgic is an adjective. It describes a feeling of pleasure and also slight sadness when you think about things that happened in the past. For example, listening to this song makes me feel nostalgic for my childhood.
I love that feeling. And then Mark called me a music snob. That was rude, by the way.
Sorry, Lisa. A snob is a person who thinks their taste is better than everyone else's. So, a music snob is someone who judges other people's music taste. Usually, they hate pop music and only like high art.
Like you. And finally, we talked about retail therapy or marketing strategies. Mark mentioned manipulate.
Yes, to manipulate means to control or influence someone cleverly or unfairly. The stores manipulate us into spending money using music.
Okay, I think we learned a lot of cool words today.
Before we end, let's look at some comments from our listeners on the last video. Here is a comment from Sunny123.
Oh, what does Sunny say?
Sunny says, I work in a coffee shop. We play the same CD for 8 hours straight. By Christmas Eve, I want to break the speakers.
Oh, poor Sunny. See, Mark? You are right. For workers, it can be a nightmare. Sunny, we support you. Maybe bring some headphones?
And here's another one from John Doe. He says, I love Christmas music, but only the jazz versions. No lyrics. Aha! John is on my team. High five, John.
Okay. It seems the world is truly divided 50-50.
So, that brings us to the end of today's episode. We talked about the timing, the repetition, and the psychology of Christmas music.
Now we have a small challenge for you. In the comments below, tell us, what is your one favorite Christmas song? And which song do you hate the most?
I can't wait to read your answers. Maybe I will find a song I actually like.
I will make you a playlist, Mark. Trust me. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Turn on the notification bell so you don't miss our Christmas special next week.
Thank you for listening/watching. Keep practicing your English and stay warm.
See you next time. Bye. All I want for Christmas is...
I'm leaving. Goodbye.